Okay, today is June 19th, 2021. Okay, current physique update. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is my fitness transformation update week 23. My current weight is 268.6, so I gained 3.2 pounds from last week. This week, diet was just, I don't want to say it was bad, it just wasn't right. I didn't have any like big cheats, and I didn't eat like burgers, fries, pizza, hot dogs. But what I did do is I had a lot of salads, and I ate some of the like low carb bread, like the one net carb bread that I showed you in the video that I'm gonna be having on the weekends to try to limit carbohydrate intake. I only went into the week having food prep for Monday and half of Tuesday, and what ended up happening is time just wasn't on my side this week. I didn't make time to prep food, and as a result, I ate out most of the week. And for some reason, I was just craving salads, so I was getting these massive, like Olive Garden-sized garden salads, and with Italian dressing. So not anywhere near like what I typically eat. Being mostly carnivore. I kind of went the opposite direction this week. So my actual biggest concern with what I did was like not hitting my protein macros. Like I'm probably undershot my goal by a lot. So and also ate carbohydrates at a much higher amount. So I don't really know how many calories or macros I had for the week because I only tracked Monday, part of Tuesday. I tried my best to track some of the food the rest of the week. There was some things I did obviously prepare, like I always eat like 6 eggs a day. I was eating like the one carb keto-friendly bread with my eggs. I was basically making egg salad sandwiches. So the calories were low, carbs were high. Basically, I just screwed up the macro counts. Overall calories, I think, were pretty much reasonably not close. I'd say probably 1,800 calories is probably what my average day was, maybe a little more, definitely no more than 2,000 calories, which would still be a deficit for me, but not a huge deficit, but well, a fair deficit, okay? So, especially given that I've been still doing my 3.3 miles a day walking, and I've been doing the resistance band training every morning. So that happened 4 days this week. I want to try to shoot for 5 or 6 days a week. It's just some days it doesn't happen for one reason or another. I have very small windows of opportunity, and like sometimes if I go to bed late, I'm not getting up extra early so that I can do the band training. I'd rather get to sleep. So sometimes I make the sacrifices. Maybe they're not always the right choices, but I do the best I can. As far as the weight gain, most of if not all of it, water. Actually, I'd be willing to bet I lost weight this week, but I retain a lot of water from carbohydrates. Matter of fact, just 2 days ago, I weighed, 10 pounds more than I did last week. That's pretty much what happens on a weekend. I eat a bunch of carbohydrates. I pack on about 10 pounds, 12 pounds, and then as I get back into ketosis, the first few days, I drop all that water weight, and then it starts, chipping in. You start seeing the weight loss on the scale. Well, this week, because of pretty much carbohydrate intake the entire week, other than Monday and part of Tuesday, what happened is I just held on to that water weight. So the scale really wasn't moving in my favor very quickly. It was dropping, but not very quick because the carbs were staying high. What I did yesterday being Friday, I cut all the carbs out and went more or less back on the program, and managed to drop most of that water weight. I limited my water intake to probably about well, under a gallon, and kept my sodium fairly low, try to flush out. Actually, I probably drank about a gallon of water yesterday, but I dropped the sodium to try to help flush out some of the water. And so I wasn't able to drop all of the water weight, obviously, but I'm down within 3 pounds of last week's weight. So I would expect next week to probably see my weight somewhere around like the low 260s, 261, something like that. So going forward, I'm kind of expecting to see a weight loss of something in the neighborhood of 2.5 to 3 pounds a week, unless something like this happens where I screw things up. But, overall, it wasn't like a huge fail. Like I said, I mean, my fails were like big salads, keto-friendly bread. I didn't eat like burgers, fries, hot dogs, pizza, nothing that you would really consider like a cheat food. A lot of people would say a big garden salad is healthy for the most part. Obviously, the dressings can be high in calories, but I have no idea. It's just Italian dressing. So really, none of the food I had was like inherently horrible for you. It just wasn't part of my diet plan, and as a result of the high carbohydrate, like I said, retaining water, scale just doesn't accurately reflect if I had the weight loss as if I had stayed on the diet. So basically, this week I'm going to do better by meal prepping. I already bought basically 4 eye of rounds. I've cut them into steaks this time, so this week I'm going to do the 24-hour sous vide. I know I was trying to avoid that. I like quick meal prep. Burgers are quicker, but I'll be honest, I'm getting kind of tired and burnt out on eating burgers with mustard and no sugar ketchup. Like, it's getting old. And so I cut everything into like 1 to 1.5 inch steaks, seasoned it nice, and I'm going to be cooking those Saturday night into Sunday, Sunday night into Monday, and maybe if there's still more to cook, Monday into Tuesday, and that'll keep a fresh supply coming throughout the week. The goal is going to be 2 pounds, around 2 pounds of eye of round per day, and the 6 eggs, and depending on the exact ounces, I might be throwing some shrimp in there. I like adding maybe like 4 to 5 ounces of shrimp just to keep my protein up around that 250 gram mark. So the macro goals for next week, they're always going to kind of stay the same, but I'll just repeat it anyway. 250 grams of protein, 50 grams of fat, and like as little carb as possible. So I say 5, but it's give or take 10. In any of those categories. It's impossible to know exactly what you're getting when you're eating like steak or ground beef or something like that. So you just have to give it the best estimate you can, and always make sure you're using the raw meat weight for your macro or weight, purposes of calculating macros. Always measure raw. So other than that, guys, if you have questions, leave them in the comments. I'll be sure to get back to you. Like I said, at 268.6 this week, I expect to be down probably to 261, 262 for next Saturday's weigh-in. So anyway, take care. We'll see you next week.